Good day, YouTube. Hey, this is one of my golf carts. It's a 2008 Yamaha Drive. It's a G29 gas cart. Picked this up, probably a couple months ago. I've done quite a few videos on it, and all the parts are here to now spruce it up. So we had to do front and rear clutch, all new belts, and a head gasket in this. So those videos are posted. And what's coming next is, all the stuff that makes it look nice. We're going to put a set of used alloy wheels on it, some new tires, seat upholstery, steering wheel, dash kit, that kind of thing. So those videos, by the time you're seeing this one, are already out, so you can go back and check those out. But let's show you what just came our way today. Just back from a trip to Portland, Oregon to grab another one. And I'm going to call this Herbie because it's white and it's got 53 on it. So you know it's got to be Herbie. So we're calling it Herbie. It's a 2010 Yamaha Drive G29 gas cart. And roughly the same, possibly a little bit better condition than the one I just showed you. And we're going to do something very similar with this. Supposedly this has a bad clutch in it. I did start it, and it drove enough to get it on the trailer, but there's definitely some issues with it that need sorted out. So that's why we have it. It's a little dirty, but it's not too bad. I pulled the dipstick. The oil was fairly clean and at the correct level. So the clutch may be an issue. I also suspect that belt, so we might do some stuff. So like all projects, that we need to get this thing cleaned up, and so we're gonna spray it down with awesome cleaner and take it to the car wash and get it clean, so we got something to work with. This came from Guild Golf Carts in the Portland area, and my buddy Dylan, that's the second cart I've got from him, and he's looking out for me, watching for these things that they don't want to deal with, that comes in with issues. They're a little rough around the edges. Their mechanics are behind accessorizing new golf carts. They really don't have time for stuff like this, and I've told them I only want Yamaha Drive G29 gas carts. So I don't want I've done club cars, I've done all that. They're fine carts, but these are easier to work on, easier to sell, and I might as well specialize in something so that I can get reasonably good at working on them. I don't do these because I have to. I like having stuff to work on, and like I said, I did a head gasket and clutches on that other one, and it wasn't that hard, so I get some satisfaction out of it. So this is in pretty good shape, and we're gonna make it in better shape, and it starts with a cleaning. So let me get this thing sprayed down with the awesome cleaner. I put it in my little Harbor Freight garden sprayer. Got it set over here. Buy it by the refill, right? And we'll get this cleaned up, and we'll come back and get this thing off the trailer. All right, boys and girls, it's actually the next morning. Got tied up with some other things yesterday that I wanted to work on, and we're back here with Herbie 53. It just has to be. It's gonna be Herbie. Anyway, it cleaned up pretty good. Matt came out pretty clean. I cleaned up the seats. No doubt we'll put some seat covers on these. A lot of the marks and stuff did come off. Some of these are pretty deep. They're gonna need touched up, but I don't think we need to repaint this thing. It's not that bad. We'll just kind of need a detail. This side's actually pretty good. So yeah, it's going to be a nice little cart. It bugs me a little bit that the tires all don't match, but yeah, they kind of match on this side. They kind of match on the other side. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. What we might do is put those. You know, I'm working on the other cart at the same time here, and I've got a set of 10-inch alloy wheels. I just got new tires for that one, so but it's got those little Krager hubcaps on it, so we might just clean these tires up. They're not weather checked, and put those Krager hubcaps on this one, detail this cart up, do the seat upholstery, steering wheel thing, detail it, and call it a day on this one. But we got to get past the clutch thing, and I have suspicions. Let me tell you what my suspicions are. I have to wonder, that belt is so stiff, and it's not a belt that I'm used to seeing. So I'm wondering if it's just a belt. Let's go in and see if I kept the belt from the other golf cart. I know let me put this in. I know I had the two belts off the other cart in my hand. I just need to throw these away. This was just last week, by the way. I said, I just don't need this stuff sitting around. And then, lo and behold, a week later, I'm looking for it. I think I was going to throw them in my garbage can, or yeah, they're there. I set them right here. So there's the belt off the other cart, and it did have clutch issues if we put both clutches on it, but I'm wondering if we ought to try this belt. Interesting. Anyway, I guess we should first get it off the trailer. So, you know, the golf cart places, they get these things in on trade, and they don't really know much about them, but if they're not sorted, they don't want to mess with it, you know, then they kind of wholesale it out. Well, I don't think they gave it their best educated guess what's wrong with this thing, and it might be, but what if it's just a belt? The other thing I noticed, and I'll point it out to you, you can see that front bumper is kind of pushed in at the top. This nose is a little bit pushed in, and the steering wheel, the steering column is crooked. I noticed that. I picked it up yesterday. I've had, I think, my electric version of this cart that I did, and you see this grommet? It's not fitting well. It's not centered. So I think this thing hit something, and we're going to need to go in and kind of straighten it out. Hope it's not too bad, but it definitely has an issue. It doesn't really affect how it drives or anything, but we'll have to go in there and see what we can do with this thing. There is some little crush things, crush brackets I'll call them, behind the bumper, because I straightened them on one of these before. So you pull the bumper off and you can see the brackets, and the body mounts to that. You can see this little kink right here. Well, all that will come back. Hopefully the steering column thing isn't a big deal, and we can fix that thing. I'm going to play with this thing a little bit while it's on the trailer, and kind of see if I agree with my diagnosis on the belt, and then we'll get it off the trailer. Well, I played with it just a little bit, and I really don't think it is the belt. The belt's plenty loose enough. I think the primary clutch isn't disengaging all the way, so when you go to start it, you know, it wants to roll and kind of in idle mode. So I've got the shifter between forward and reverse, so it's kind of in neutral, and we'll start it up, and you can kind of see that that front clutch does not come all the way back out. Start, buddy, start. So it's out to there. Then if I grab it, yeah, I got like half an inch or more back on it. So I'd say we're safe to buy a clutch for this thing. And I went back last night and looked. The one I bought for the golf cart 2 golf carts ago was like $128. So and we've learned how to change it. Let's check the air filter real quick. I checked the oil. It's pretty clean. It was full, so that's good. It's not running great. It's not starting up great. So you know, we could at least put a spark plug in it. Check the air filter. So let's see what we get for an air filter. I do not have one on the shelf. I should get a couple. Looks new from the back side. Yeah, brand new. Might have to go through the carburetor on this. It doesn't like full throttle. So it's probably a dirty carb. Okay, well, we know a little more now. Let me throw the seat back on it. Let's get it off of this. So I can free up the trailer. You know what I say? Trailer's always got to be available. The black tracker's always got to be full of fuel, because you never know when I'm gonna have to go get another project. Happens a lot around here. All right, you're a little crooked, but that'll work. There goes the seat. Trailer. Reverse. Let's go take it for a little drive. Alright. It's rolling immediately, and it should be free-wheeling immediately. No doubt dirty carburetor, put a spark plug in it. We should have checked the gas, you know? Going backwards. We don't know if it's got any gas in it. Checking gas. It's got a little bit in the bottom, but less than an inch, I think, in the bottom of the tank. We're gonna throw some seafoam in it and some non-ethanol fuel. That's the wrong cap, man. Hold the seat up while we pour fuel. There we go. That should be enough. Enough. Alright. Gonna set that there. Put you guys back in the seat. In front of the seat anyway. And let's go try this again. I think it had enough fuel to run, so I think it just runs bad. Take wide open throttle now, and it wouldn't do that earlier. Oh, stumbling. Fuel delivery, maybe this needs a fuel pump. Leaving the throttle exactly where it died. See if it's just fuel delivery here or what. Interesting. Park it in the row, I think. Well guys, that's the project. 2010 Yamaha Drive G29. It's Herbie because it's 53. Repairs we have to do, we have to kind of pull that front end out. I'm going to order a primary clutch hopefully today and a both belts. Again, that primary clutch is like $126, $7, $8. Belts are about 20 bucks a piece. And then other than that, we'll think about how to spruce this little guy up, and then she's gonna be a nice little cart. So we got to go through that carburetor. You can buy aftermarket carburetors for it. We'll try to give this one a clean first because it's probably the original, but you know, people just use that I call pump gas, you know, ethanol fuel in them, and they sit around. Especially golf carts like this that have 5-gallon tanks, it takes forever to burn that 5 gallons of fuel up, and then they just sit around. So non-ethanol fuel, it's just a few bucks more per year, but it'll save you so much in heartache and downtime stuff for your power equipment. So yeah, or go to the airport, get avgas. If it's going to sit for a long time, because I say non-ethanol will last a year, but avgas will last 5, 6, 7, 8 years and longer. So I've done that many times. Okay guys, thanks for watching the video. Please give it a thumbs up on the way out. Remember to comment on the video or any of the videos, or just stop in to say hi. I check comments every morning. I just did that an hour ago, and all up to snuff. I check them every single morning. I love to do that. Love to hear from you guys. Tell me what you're working on, and I will respond tomorrow. All right, we'll see you on the next video.